Hello, hello. This is Jamie D with JJ Paranormal, and I'm doing my open participation session today for Kim, Maryann, and Misty. And I have a personal question for a friend on the side. I am syncing this or cloning it from my computer, so I'm going to go turn this on, and I'll be right back. I like to record as I'm setting up because things come out then.
Now initiate. Shoutcast the radio channels.
Down. Represents Red. That will be introduced one day. It's 5 channel. No, I don't know. I'm the head go to Jerusalem. It's better here. It's a cigarette to bring. Not a state for all.
Do you want another for a couple?
There's, if you like a lot. Yeah, he's got it. Or do you? Yeah. Fine. If you... We don't... Tech bishops for all off.
It's hard to see.
Too many things to make one contractor. That's all. Leave it up. In strange and dangerous. Reports to his office. What you were interested in was correct. Okay. Now look. Amen. Come on. We got a copy of it. Never smash number first time.
CD1 by those apps.
True fact. Tasting Chesterfield. What? The next week confirmed Troy been released within. I Chesterfield.
Like this?
The Folsom Penitentiary. Catherine Kate. There seems to be a place on parole. No one to expect that fact. Hey, locked and marked.
Do you know what today is?
Chester? It was the same. But in a changing one.
Aguilar y Cano.
887 west now. Again. Hey, check it.
You're welcome.
The Police Department last number this is.
Some of my for the questions I'm about to ask.
He wasn't at work. Oh, no. You're right. We're supposed to
Since I
find out
am
all
asking you to do this.
Elaborar el juego.
Backbone and industrial. Breaking the case. 100%. Yeah.
Capita Enrique Cárcel.
Cannot be allowed to hold. On that? Refers to this. Yeah, just a minute.
Encuentro que matarse.
A small round. Okay, Jerry, go ahead.
And the art for the mutation.
Fella, L.A.
Señores. Got the latest figures up.
I got it. Whether he...
Folsom mind.
Jerry Evans, remember?
Empty friend of Martin Houston's.
Should be down last Saturday.
¡Aparece Chaco! Nice more, Pat.
So we like the time they listed with home. They're leaving Phoenix.
So I am right.
There is nothing there.
775, just from Paris.
At 8:25. Light, so it's not the hero.
From east of the Rockies.
November 29th.
Frankly, I'm living
For the suspect to come in.
Thursday recharge mode. Yes.
Be prepared to commit another
Oh,
murder.
thank you for the hamburger yesterday.
Check your arm.
Wrong color.
Placed on their homes and they will keep the state take out of here.
That was very clever how that happened.
And then, come.
Does this sound good?
Some of them.
Wonder when he's gonna hit again.
Continue. Every motivation inside the plant.
Anything?
And you'll be able to pray.
And I didn't write it down this time. I took screenshots.
Company.
Bring up the gentleman.
The clock, he comes in at front.
Can you bring that up?
Okay.
So when
Bill says,
Joe.
Oh, I'm Melton.
This outside.
And this first
you inspire.
Nothing anyone can do.
session
Lloyd.
Yes.
is going to be for Kim. I don't know how loud it has to be for the camera.
Come on.
Oh my gosh, it's variation.
And this is Kim's picture here. Well,
Another suspect.
the picture that Kim sent.
Martin headed for downtown.
Chronic identified as the
He's still up ahead.
Really? Oh, that makes sense.
We expected him to
The great service.
It can work. Well, patients have been
Picking
separated.
up a little Frank Cap.
And Kim would like to know, is she a disappointment to you?
And the next guy had to make it right. Watch it, Frank. That guy caught.
They're waiting for a sample in the mines.
Was she a disappointment to
Drove down the
you?
street after them.
Very, very badly.
Back. Then we hit a fraud something.
I don't know how loud this has to be.
Phone call.
And help there a while.
Investigation comes.
And I'm talking in the back of the camera.
Fire all the. What do you know why?
Is it true what her mother told her that you said about her during the days of your funeral?
Don't kill Adam King.
We've got 5 big.
I'm not gonna have been on duty for
Thank God you speak.
but rang once and then
I may try the Banshee app after this.
Motivation. Later we heard somebody in the hall.
So,
There's somebody in the hall. That's the cat playing with his dog.
State looks good.
over there.
Is that the door?
I'll play the.
Who's knocking on the door? Who's on the other side of the door?
Well, there's no way I can see that.
So, is it true what her mother told her about the funeral?
Election 2009 was the glorious.
The energy feels really like rushed.
Something you'll never do.
Like, if you picture, like,
Charles Everett Lee.
it needs to, like,
First degree. Be as punishable by a
are we able to relax a little bit?
years.
Did we not meditate long enough?
Serving life in prison.
It's not with you alive. Greg.
Well, you're, and that's what it seems.
This is important to them. Can we please? If you want to help.
be politically in.
I wonder if I play it back, the station's backwards.
Hola, ¿qué hacen acá?
You are.
Chemicals. Wanted to see it change for the better.
¿Qué basura se aseguró?
I'm just sweeping it in reverse. Right, cool?
¿Qué quieres para tu vehículo?
Okay.
Keep on.
Now,
Parecer es la vida, entonces.
Turn on DNA. So you're in the middle of like anything.
Justice. Well, but then again,
Económica.
can you tell her what, if anything good, will happen for her? Do you know if anything good will happen for her?
number of American experts.
Sobre la punta derecha.
As Detective Danny. Detective Danny Cole. I'm leaving. I'm going to.
Eso que fue la punta izquierda.
And this is a tough one for her.
Siguiendo con todo cuanto.
She just wishes someone could tell her, and maybe she can. Why were my husband and I not blessed with a child?
Brave revelers. Brave revelers. You kind of a truck. Fine.
So this looks like it's something very personal to her.
The neon. The neon stain. What are you?
And maybe you might know why it wasn't in their stars to happen.
So run. Rub it up. I may as well. Another wire a little.
La pelota que tiene.
Time to empty.
Is this so?
The river.
Debe ser cierto, Scott.
Place the fireworks.
Is it calming down a little bit now?
Balona, Elisa.
Then Joyce heard Joyce. Joyce heard Joyce die. We think it would happen.
Perro falta, Elisa.
Can she tell her one of her favorite memories?
Easy to finance.
What were one of her favorite memories of Kim?
Mr. Quinn, you sure?
Oh, I thought I had a headache.
Quinn, you sure you won't have to do it?
Yes.
Sophie María nos reúne.
I'll be here.
Don't speak. Just in fact.
I'll be here.
Sentado ese color.
Do you have a favorite memory of Kim?
To prop up.
Que corrida.
Back.
Can completely show.
Back. I wanted to.
What does she think of her husband?
Pero de Cerro Porteño.
Being forced by
And her roommate Lois.
protection. Well, again,
Yes, roommate Lois for the invitation.
sobbing in secret.
Señores, ¿quieren?
But now we say we're all right.
Sequence of DNA.
We say we're all right. 50%. I will remind you in that.
Es una obsesión.
It looks like she misses you very much and has a lot of...
Jimmy Carter comes to
It seems like your input meant a lot to her.
You ever been out with
It seemed like your input meant a lot to her. And with you gone, she's not able to just pick up the phone and ask you all those little questions. So it would be fantastic if you're able to answer some of those for her. It would probably give her a lot of comfort. I know it means a lot to me. I got a very special message myself yesterday. And there's nothing like it.
Very sweet. This is Simon Henry. And I...
So do you have a message for her that maybe we didn't ask?
Sorry, they were.
Presents in...
They were.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Do you leave signs for her? A kiss? I'll have to listen to that. Do you leave little messages and signs that if she knows to look for it, that she'll know that you're there? Do you have anything you would like to say? Let me see, wait.
Pero la primera canción
Yeah, those are the rest of her questions. Is there anything you would like to say? Before we move on. And we're moving on to Maryann next. And I'm going to ask these questions on the Banshee app again. I had the technical problem and this took a long time to get done. And the session's for you guys, so
I guess they had
I'm going to run these through the Banshee app after. Okay, the energies that were helping me toward him, I thank you. I'm sure she thanks you too. Okay, and then we're moving on now for MaryAnnes.
Well, 2,000.
And she would like to know if she's okay and still with her.
My husband's work. Her husband's work she was doing.
Does she still watch over her?
Well, my husband will be deeply
Does she go between watching different people?
Her life is nuts. Get the money.
When she really, really needs her, is she there?
This meeting will not fit this like then.
Does she leave any signs? Or are there any signs that MaryAnnes would know to look for?
Tiene mucho más atrás.
I'm getting
Is she with her or her daughter? Because she said she hasn't felt her yet. Out of curiosity, MaryAnnes. Oh, she's been gone 4 months on the 4th. I wouldn't actually worry about that, MaryAnnes.
Why do you have to drag my leg from these guys?
It took about 1.5 years for me to actually get confirmation and a feeling from my dad And when you get that feeling, you know the feeling of somebody coming up behind you, like when you're sleeping, but you feel that energy of somebody standing over you, and you can almost always tell, like if it's your mom or your dad or whoever your caregiver, like you know that energy, and it's like a feeling, a smell, just you know it. And I took a while, but I actually was lucky enough to get it on video, and it's got a really long story. I have a photograph with it, but I had my goodbye dream. It took a while for that, and the crazy thing is, I happened to talk to my mom about it, and said, "Yeah, Mom, I had my dream."
Yes, that's it.
And she said, "Oh, when?" Because she had her dream too. And it was within the same week, not the same day. And both of our dreams were pretty much the same, like, concept. Like, the place it was and how it happened was different, but the overall feeling and stuff that we got from it was the same. And I actually asked for a sign from him yesterday. I don't ask for much except when I really, really need it. And it happens. And I got to have 3 people witness it happen yesterday, and everybody's eyes started to well up. So don't get discouraged. Those things, it's like impossible to make happen or try to set up to happen. Like, they will happen. And the more your mind is open to it, and the more you're looking for it and open, the more you're going to be able to pick up on it.
Is going to be
And I do believe when we're processed after we pass, because I think how we pass matters. People who die in an accident, from murder, from suicide, all these different things I think matter. How we're processed, and I think that we have to, education, we have to still learn something after. And it's like, you always hear them talking about having to go back and forth. It's like they come back and check on you, but then they have to go back to study, almost like missionary school, you know, like, it's really odd. But 4 months makes a lot of sense to me, so don't be discouraged. And just keep your mind and your heart open. Some people feel sad, don't want to talk about the people. They think it hurts or it's disrespectful, but in reality, I think that's what keeps spirit alive. That you need to talk about those people. You need to talk about their memories. That's keeping them alive.
Sometimes they want more than
I was talking about my pets and stuff the other day, and I'm kind of having an epiphany. But definitely don't be discouraged. If you were to be able to leave messages for her, what type of signs would they be?
Protection, Steve.
For my dad, I have hummingbirds.
In the interest
for a friend of my sister's.
In the interest of
Okay. I have to turn my phone back on. I think that may be it for Maryann.
Get with it.
Oh. She would like to know.
She knows the fact.
3 months.
And ask her dad, what should she do about her living situation? And was he here with me? When I was going through everything in surgery, tell him I miss him so bad. My son wants to ask him if he's proud of him. Okay, so that's another part of the question. So, what do you think she should do about her living situation? Can anybody offer any advice?
Breathing loud.
A neighbor saw him kissing.
A neighbor?
A neighbor saw him kissing.
A neighbor saw him kissing?
Between 10 and 2
houses back?
Which? Not going to show me your trick.
Thank you.
Where's the other thing?
What should she do about the living situation?
Like with the city we're at.
One in which he could article.
And was he with her when she was going through everything?
For 2 years, actually.
Was it 2 years that you were dealing with things?
It was she was telling me what.
In the room. He's on the front with everything. 09.
And from experience, I can tell you, even if you didn't feel him, if you had a good connection with your father, no matter what he was doing, I'm sure he still had an eye on you.
Like that, because
Your dad, a good eye? He had a good eye on the girl? Your father?
I could show you things.
Thanks.
Does your father still keep an eye on her?
Good job. Oh, my need.
It's on one sheet.
Oh, my need.
On my
Now you put down, soon then, Henry. I'm off. I understand.
Did she turn up?
Understand why a woman would be stand. I'm a television enthusiast. Yeah, they... Stranded, right?
This isn't such a...
Stranded. The story is 51 series. And by the way...
And going through surgery, was he there while she was going through surgery?
My son, it will know they want some. You are scared. My wife, Danny. So you really read Danny? Again, oh boy. What? Take a look. Take a look. Like this. So run. Poke is almost.
And she wants you to know how much she misses you so much.
Not only.
And this is something too that I like to remind people. Whenever you feel like you want to tell him you love him and miss him, do it. I keep a picture, a framed picture of my father by my workspace. It's on a curio cabinet to my right, so I just have to look over and see it. It's the picture that was at his funeral, a smaller framed version of what my mom had. But it was from when he was looking good and had a certain light in his eyes. That picture means a lot to us for different reasons, and we get different things from it. I have the habit now, when I need him, I turn to that and I look at that. Normally ever since I've been a child, I've looked to the universe to talk, not necessarily like God. I always thought like the universe, because I didn't know what God actually was. But I would put it out there. But when I talk to my dad, I focus right on the picture. And I tell him, and I get signs back. So if you don't feel you have some sort of a connection with like a spiritual side, find what you do connect with. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. I like Wicca, I like Buddhism. There's Christianity, there's some Catholic, there's a little bit, I love Native American, there's a little bit of a lot of things that I appreciate. I just can't 100% say yes to one thing or the other. But as long as you believe there is something bigger than you, and that this is not the end, even if we can't understand it, even if our minds can't wrap around it, but you can accept that there is something out there that we just don't understand yet, you're in a really good position. I believe every one of us are born with that, and it's our intuition. It's a spirit antenna, that's why it's rarely ever wrong. That antenna tells us what we should do. It gives us the route we should go on. When we need to know something, we know deep down inside. We know. That's our instinct. We know. Where does that come from? We need to listen to that more and not second guess ourselves or second guess where that's coming from. And we're told as we get older that things don't exist, it's an imagination, it's a dream, you watch too much TV and cartoons, and thank God my parents were not like that. Thank God my parents were the type of parents they were and encouraged this and encouraged me. So I'm very happy to tell him that you miss and love him, but I want you to know that you can do the same thing. Even set up an area. I have a table with his photo, some rocks that he liked, and a sentimental Wonder Woman Barbie, and some hummingbirds. That's his spot. And that's where I talk to him. And maybe you can have something like that. And for other people watching this, it may be lengthy, but like I said, these open sessions are for you guys. Other people are more than welcome to listen and tell us what they hear back. But these sessions are for you guys. I'm just trying to help you get answers. Maybe you don't have the equipment. Why I'm loving the fact more and more is out on Android and iOS, because more and more people can be included. Or people don't want to do it in their home, they've got kids, they don't want to bring things in. Whatever the reason. Or they don't feel they have a connection, or they do it themselves, but they like to hear what other people get also, which I love. I don't mind people doing a reading on me. I like to hear what they get compared to what I get, because a lot of people pick up on the same three guys and the gal. So please, whenever you want to talk to him, tell him you love him. And don't feel silly. Don't feel silly. And you don't even have to say it out loud. You can say it in your mind.
Long talk with your father.
Any more to
But say it.
Talk with your father.
Well, I have this.
Aquí no habrá comienzo. Freshman, I've got it, but
So her son wants to know, is he proud of him? And what should he do with himself now that...
Girl named Maryann.
I just heard a girl named Maryann. We need to rewind that.
This is the sign.
This is a sign. I heard. Is this a sign right now?
No, you're...
yes.
Yes? What would you like to say?
Kills a lot more chance. The color combinations have
What about you?
Thanks. From Mexico. Entrega para tu
It's okay if I don't understand.
Later, as inspect my around the world.
So often a destroyer roadshow.
Nobody has to understand but her and her family.
Think that's...
Thank the Prime Minister.
With me to the
Take the Prime Minister. Why?
Now they exist.
Don't see little girls.
digestion teachers would be prepared to meet.
Well, let's see. He owns them up. So I don't understand.
Are you proud of her son? And he would like to know what he should do now that he's out of school.
Pick something.
Okay, no,
Eat something?
you can think about that ideology.
I don't want... I don't want anything.
Do you have ideas for him now that he's out of school?
You took her. You took her from save my
General...
Many of you.
get anything from me. And you... That was very good.
Time to find out. To tell you the truth, Edwin. Tell the truth, Edwin. When
Are you proud of him? I'm sorry, I'm just grabbing my phone.
Get me drunk.
Can we talk? Hello?
Drunk.
Hello?
Russia was solid.
He knew I was married, didn't he?
Yes?
What's going on?
I was married, didn't she?
Are you new? Did somebody just come through?
It's different.
I hear her just...
Did you hear your voice?
Chemical element of the deep.
Okay.
Molecular mutation. I probably ought to camp.
Please hold back.
And she would like to ask Grandma if she's ever with her and tell her she misses her so much. And again, same goes with Grandma. So, are you with her? Is her Grandma with her?
It's much more surprising.
Don't get me
I should have an affair with her.
And if her and her dad are together,
So,
Dad has to sit down.
And put them to have long...
are her and her father together?
There's nothing.
we send millions of children. I've never been up for
There's nothing. We mixed up with somebody else.
What do you want?
It's an untribute.
I heard I love you.
fancy.
Okay. I was like fading for a second.
I've seen invitation.
I don't know. Sorry.
Do they see Jeff, her dad's brother?
Somebody who's overseas.
Hey, follow me. What? What is Guido?
Anyone over
Margaret.
some invitations.
I mentioned it.
The program. Hi, but this
His sister, who's
Because
Okay, Anderson and Lee.
intention to sit down.
Anderson and Lee Malone. No.
Evolution without mutant. John.
Okay.
Ending.
Thank you very much for helping.
Part-time Bangkok is
Robert Charlton. Far from that. Life stories about them. To CBS Radio.
Most of us are understand not scum.
CBS Radio.
Wait, that was Misty. Hold on.
Expanding observers.
Those questions right there was for Misty. That's why I wasn't making sense about the grandma out of school. Hold up.
Question, which is what? Dangerous?
I said.
If it is,
And so,
is that unlike mom?
The detector to my home. 623.
Yes,
My mistake. Those questions are actually for Misty here.
get some more. Still fancy.
That could be why they said Maryann the girl. They could have been correcting me.
Fatima cigarette.
If it goes.
So Misty, the stuff I was saying
Miss Monterey.
goes to you about, talking to them. I'm gonna grab a drink and regroup.
Because it's loaded at least. Dear,
He said something when I walk away.
Tiro libre que va a correr. It's a bit of it. Sure, no problem.
you can break it backwards.
The blonde cigarette. 2 pounds. To sleep with me and eat cigarettes. White.
Here we are.
This is a vape.
To make Fatima, this is one strand. So the thing is just staying with Fatima extra. And Fatima is doubling. Sleeping with loads of women. Fatima is doubling. Fatima. Except some maybe, except maybe an
On the back.
I don't doubt any.
apartment.
I normally always have a journal.
You will crack
I normally always have a journal. But I couldn't write. So I had to take screenshots of the conversations and read the parts. And so the Maryann Misty had gotten cut off. My apologies. And again, we're going to ask on the Banshee box. So for Misty,
Yeah, there he is at first. There he is at first.
these pictures here, and I apologize.
Did you get it?
If you like drinking, hello.
Get it? Yeah.
She would like to ask her dad what she should do about her living situation.
Hi. If we, I realize it's not. Look on the back. Take the bench. Simon? Look on the back.
Look on the what? I said it twice.
You think the old man would
Look on the bank.
The old man would
The on NBC. Gerald.
The chapters you got, friend.
And a threshold.
And sometimes they might still answer correctly because they know I messed up.
Highly.
It's an organism. Cause havoc.
Highly.
A hard-hitting story.
Was he here with her when she was going through everything?
That was a good
You may change.
Later Sunday evening, ordering a new day.
In a changing world.
Send us to play.
Another global fund to number the average.
That's not a demonic growl. The chair needs WD-40.
Future then. Taking that.
You're right, you're supposed to be
Best in summer radio.
Was he there with her during surgery?
Something preserving for me.
Did he mention to me?
And you can use my energy.
Refers to the soul.
They had some.
Mutation.
It's a dog in the face. Very good. More.
Tilda, of course it's.
Some intercourse with you.
She misses you very, very badly.
Acá lo tenemos así.
And her son would like to know if he's proud of him. Yeah.
So we have. There's other information.
I only met him.
Que roja, señora, recibe.
Token.
Pasan por encima.
He wants to know what he should do now that he's out of school.
Vermaak ze rechtvielen.
Liz, what's up? Liz, what's up?
What should he do now that he's out of school?
Name's George Quan. George Quan, is it?
Some of them I think are bad.
Why, Romeo Mullet?
Really like it.
Porque le ganamos a San.
When they pick up one,
In which
Is Misty's grandma ever with her?
on Georgia Street, Holland.
can you bring that to us?
Actually, about you.
Georgia Street, Holland. What's that called?
Gira, Marco.
James? I don't have.
Even though the moment is almost.
I don't have it.
Fíjense, roja.
Pieces of jade.
Yes. To sit here on the
The
side.
jade.
First schedule worked out.
Is area code 7?
The J and the J.
You want to crack at it?
It's a variation that you've got a
Want to crack at it?
I have two J's right there
From Western.
that I just picked up when I was setting up.
engine composition.
Probably not relevant, but JJ.
About the rock.
5.
Para Cerro.
Over 6 years of it.
Given I was doing that next
6 years of
She
age.
misses her grandma so much.
Los hombres de...
Norman's young line.
Relations have been separate.
And that's because
Young line.
I think I'd give
My guest is Jerk.
Con sabor reposado.
Banana.
Since one species.
her was my nephew.
Banana again.
El balón línea de fondos.
Are her and her dad together?
Please, try to...
Is her grandma and father together?
He's Norman.
Admitted. Yes, sir.
An Englishman.
Here he is.
Donde Cerro.
Norman, that you were on...
Always easier chatting to
That you were on your way back.
B21.
Do they see her brother Jeff, or her dad's brother Jeff?
The trend.
097 por ahí.
Sure you will, but...
He called me just now to see
You
if
will, but how...
Puede, saca.
Electric...
Amount.
Electric train.
Fuego, fuego.
What do you want?
Thicker layer of substance.
Do any of them leave any signs for her?
No,
That you don't see them.
She She didn't see them?
What do you say?
What would she look out for?
What do you mean?
Another stool. I guess one of the other.
Do you leave signs around to let her know that you're there?
They do not. What?
Bridget, for
Never a destroyed. Significant decline.
Torito González.
And do you have any messages? Do any of her
Strange how it flipped.
members of her family have anything they would like to say? I'm going to step out of the room for a moment.
Way that way.
Ready in seconds, sir. Take your guess. Talking.
It's on my way home.
Sergeant Muggin? For a job.
Kind of, but it was...
Now it seems. Yeah. Sí, gracias.
Yeah, you...
Mr. Big.
Typo. In the mail.
Three murders.
Permiso. I've just been... Go on, Ron.
And that's what seems to
Every gift must be. Which?
Batallando. Batalha, speed it away.
Do it. States will be.
Vamos a tener algún curso.com on the track. So we won't hate.
So stop just one. And you're going to find less.
Porque cuando uno está...
Because they get cash. Yeah,
The chemicals cause
Change. Mr. Big Head wants to get.
vamos a seguir así.
Okay, thank you.
From the way the body can say something.
Gracias a ustedes.
First, they might be waiting us.
Eerie. What's funny? That kind of information.
Yes, sir.
And now I'm going to do Banshee with the same questions. I need to unconnect the screen. Hold on. I'm going to ask the same things with Banshee right quick. I'm just going to do the IP stations. I'll see with the different way it slows it down. And then I'll be able to ask Missy's question correctly. I feel horrible about that. It's been a crazy couple of days, I'm telling you. That's why you guys rock. I'm so glad that you guys are so understanding and you know that we're at the mercy of technology. Oh, I need a battery for that.
What is something you can't read?
Oh, the green screen lamp just fell. I'm gonna have to have it laying down sideways.
Sure, that's a trend.
Let me see here, hold up.
I see.
And radio blesses you.
Don't look to politicians, I look
Hi, I'm Pastor Billy. Into a visit.
The Carol's been watching. She market
M.com. We bring
Oh, those influencers just for the
the
banks.
future.
Alright, we just got the IP going.
lively, useful, and 12 noon Eastern Time.
It's 3:05.
The unknown is alive.
A little less than 90 minutes to go.
and I'm not saying something. You know, it's a wild
possible.
In Taylor, South Carolina.
Let's make sure.
Sweetest moment.
No, but I won't, but I would I.
I'm going to examine. Nonsense, it won't take too long.
This side of it.
Meeting anonymous due to a purpose.
In to examine.
I want to go with you.
Do see is a possibility. The failure of
Yeah.
The Mary.
The Greenville
Open them up.
Open them up past open them up past open them up past open them up past for him at my first past.
In other words, the CEOs.
In small church, only be one or two elders. And how do you cultivate the flock to?
this is a worldwide.
equate what?
Sir?
Does that delineate where things are...
This is a worldwide.
Reality that.
I'm just adjusting a few different settings.
The scandal. Mutual fund industry.
And I haven't played with the Banshee yet. Wait, no.
I hope they don't.
Ran of Michael Jackson.
Okay, yes,
Okay. Think we're ready.
These are major.
Ready to try?
One day, and you see all the.
You guys ready to test?
part of the...
So, I simply remind...
We're going to ask the same questions we just asked, but a little bit quicker.
are beaten to death.
Once again, I'd like to thank my dad for the hummingbird yesterday and my mom for delivering
And that's why there won't be a revolution.
From the gaps.
Of these small saloons that feed doing business. World is business. I think that earlier.
So what?
Reason the world. Now money.
Do it. Just let it not get done.
We're starting with Ken.
Tell you the coin that I like.
Where that did take a lot of my time.
This is the intricacy.
Aside from the centrality of it.
As somebody buying gold for the...
The way to develop
the numismatic value of
She'd like to ask her questions.
gold.
Ounce of gold.
An ounce of gold. Gold, an ounce of gold.
you think not.
Did y'all just say something about gold?
Or the proceed. Yes, proceed.
But it fulfills a need. The need to
This guy.
What about gold?
Any of the centrality of the priest work.
Do I need to add some gold to some of my wires?
So forth Now that's not...
It's inevitable.
Or is that a message for somebody else that maybe they just need
They
they need an ounce of gold put in?
farming a valley, huh?
And
Now that's not going to be a revolution?
There's not going to be a revolution.
You said the others.
All right, thank you.
I'm not at the church.
Okay, we'll talk about that at the end. We're going to talk about Kim right now.
The things. So when I have time in the living room, be and talk and chat and try. What would make you come?
She wanted to know, was she a disappointment to them?
Lady into custody. Yes, sir.
These are very hard questions.
I try to do that and take.
For people to have to ask.
that's what you call it.
Well, sure.
A few of them have surfaced.
Really my only data.
It sounds like maybe she felt like she may have been a disappointment to you.
End of the war.
End of the world?
We're out front.
Remind me, Chris.
Political structure.
Were you really disappointed in her, or did you maybe just want better for her?
In this case, we will protect you from. And we're going to the truth.
You know, you have. He's here.
Who's here?
Time to get one of those from the ship.
To Europe, and you go into
Hey, this.
making a living wage.
Heard about iron truckers on radio.
You have, people making minimum.
I'll be here before your
If anybody named River.
Is it true what her mother told her? That you said about
All the way
her
in slowly.
during the days of your funeral?
If you or I want to.
It's been a pleasure having you. Afraid to say what you think, and
Was any of that true?
Push for this year.
for me and for this weekend, George, which is that are heavy from
Shooting star.
Shooting star. What, if anything, good will happen for her?
specifically to become
something?
result in losing a member. This year.
I feel like I'm hearing other stuff happening in the back.
Mike, come in.
Is something with Mike?
Yes.
-1. Present.
And this question is the hard question.
Isimat novel entitled
Wanting to know if maybe you know why her and her husband were not blessed
And
with,
Susan for works would be
with a child.
Richard.
transcription X-1.
X minus 1, like chromosome.
In communication with
Was there a medical problem?
Stand relief, and I will print. X-1. is an NBC radio network.
Was at that time
Was at that time?
New Jersey, and I don't think
Did they know there was, were they not able to diagnose it?
that he didn't believe.
Heard.
Yeah, I'll let you interpret that how.
And all. Double surgery. You cannot talk. Times throughout this program.
We're almost finished.
Led a lesson I did
I appreciate your help very much.
works with not knowing which class.
Can someone tell her some of her favorite memories
3 years old, he is not
of her? 3 years old?
being disappointed.
She was playing?
Then I realized that there are people listening.
Stop. Introducing.
She realized people were listening? Stop introducing who?
And I commend them. My only point is
She would like to know if any of you remember any really great memories of her as a
that
child.
said, it's not church either. And so for many.
Very smart, but it is.
Is she a very smart child?
If you, and it is.
I was trying to show.
What were you trying to show?
Years.
This is what life.
You can use my vape.
Understand what he is saying.
When I report back, I'll
Is
see.
everything.
Brought to you.
I was the main one working.
Let's go down the street to another church. Attacking.
And she would like to know what you think of
It's like.
We don't have enough people to make budget.
She would like to know what you think of her husband. These are very powerful questions for her that are very difficult to ask. But again, she can't just call you and
And then there's
talk to you like that anymore.
shame on you.
She misses
You know
that.
who you are.
Do you,
And you know unless you will.
do you like her husband?
It's just very much area. Not for my service.
Maryann would like to know.
And there
Vivid and real. What?
And these are the pictures we showed earlier. If she is okay, and if she is still with her.
Something he stumbled into. Please some suggest Pokemon. Trap.
Don't see. Very well. Recognize.
Is she still with Maryann?
Richard.
She hasn't felt her yet, and this is
Would you like you to sign for you?
when I spoke earlier about the 4-month thing.
Wake up now.
Not being that much time yet. And not to get discouraged.
This is the business of Rick. For another. And I would like you to sign for yourself.
Do you leave any signs for her?
And the guy there with you?
You're here with me now.
You're here?
Regarding this method.
When you come around,
Good.
is there anything you do that she'll know was you?
I can't go into that for
Tom, CHR. Tom, don't go away. Don't.
Do you have to go between dimensions to visit?
19.
How do you
But I have to try.
how do you travel
I have
to
less
us?
time.
A think tank dedicated to the free world.
I'm glad to give up too.
Do you have any special messages for Maryann?
Inevitable. An aversion.
In the verse?
I give up to accept,
I heard her name mentioned
but will not
earlier
argue that
on the SC
Reason.
line
Need a Mary.
when I was talking about the wrong
he
person.
says, rough
Were
years,
you,
how evil.
was that you for her?
85% possibility don't.
Don't know.
All use batteries everywhere. All from now on to
Unit 1, yes.
Okay, we're getting ready to shut down. Thank you for helping with MaryAnnes Session.
At this point,
So we're gonna shut down in about
specifically in terms of a
5 minutes.
Should I thought of from you?
If anybody would like to say anything,
you can count to work with.
I heard Anne.
in my opinion, the ramparts of
You can say it now.
Baby monitors, hear it.
I don't know if Anne was MaryAnn or I was thinking about my hummingbird situation yesterday. My mom's name is Anne, and my dad would have called her Anne.
Alone. I have no.
Was my dad behind the hummingbird?
03.
I feel the hair thing.
Wild, of course. And the council waste one.
It's batterydepot.com.
Did he have something to do with that?
There it is.
Of course, I know nothing of the affairs of government.
Does that mean that him and his brothers and father
Reformed Baptist Church.
are together?
With faith for 1689. We're in North.
And got to watch?
Heaven.
Did you say heaven? I hope you enjoyed the visit.
So you can file that onto the new.
I have a question for a friend. It's very personal, but he will know what I'm talking about.
Come and join us for worship and fun.
And I've talked to you guys about it. But we're not going to give details. about the suicide.
Even I'm afraid.
Do you
The scientist.
Did you say suicide? Do you think she committed suicide or was it foul play?
That one or more?
Something like that.
A drifting technology, this Tesla. Applies to
When I looked down her timeline, I saw some memes that made it seem like she seemed to be a little unhappy.
You to be a voice of wisdom here.
But sometimes when people know somebody's unhappy,
scribe.
they can use that as their cover-up for foul play.
Getting up right this
/iron sharpens.
To do, I don't know what would.
Can you please tell us?
Fine.
So her family does not need to wonder?
It was hard to remember that.
Sure.
If you need time to get the information,
Perhaps even more real.
you can tell me next
Yeah, she is
session.
sometimes.
Or,
There are.
And next week,
Our mission is to have
we're going to talk about Brandy and the missing girl, Lisa.
That's the right word. I think Mary's great.
There's also something for a friend, for Martin.
To this kind of
That's a private session that won't be posted.
So now you know what I know.
Can you tell me where Brandy is? 833.
To pray.
Can you tell me where Brandy is?
Concentrate.
I'm concentrating.
You sure it's how you look? Strongly involved.
Well, one can exercise their faith.
think about it.
I'm going to hang up in a moment. Have they been near?
This church and see all it.
You have no.
Everyone seems to sense it.
What about Mary?
Chef exclusive catering is in South.
Can you tell us where Mary is? Is
Free in culinary arts.
Is Jamie Jones close?
If it should start it. Oh, they have no idea.
And Lisa, I think her last name's Harvey. I have
No.
to check.
Yeah. What?
Do you know where the Lisa is that we've been
No,
talking
she is just program.
You can picture her face in my mind. I'm thinking of her picture.
No, that is true.
She fell. I'm having a hard time remembering her last name. That's who I'm going to be talking about next week.
I feel so. I think we're researching by this.
So any questions that you know I'm going to be needing, if you can help start getting them together, I appreciate it.
She must be procured. Makes threat.
we're going to be shutting down.
The pastor's study because
Do you want to count down in 5 or 3?
Small churches and the challenges that pastoring or belonging to.
The field is hard.
5?
The year came out short.
Actually,
4? 3?
Forth now and then.
with Heart Cry Missionary Society.
1.
There were wars, never reached a camp.
This field works harder.
So nothing comes out by accident while I unplug it. That's the worst. Oh, 3:31 p.m. Okay, so I will get that processed and uploaded this afternoon. Thank you, love and light.
Going before and then standing beside.
Faxes from you to prove.
Hello.
We can't say.
Okay, I'm going to ask Misty's questions that disappeared.
Did not.
From last night.
Right now, for instance, I say.
I can absolutely.
It sounds like you're playing
Be at risk of their life.
some coins.
Hey, she is not.
Answer according to.
Whatever I asked disappeared last night. She would like
Yes, and I'm
to ask her father what she should do about her current living situation.
in death decisions. Ever amount of money they want to pay you. Much weight. And I'm the
Was he here with her when she was going through everything?
And he loved you. For they were
Was he with her when she went through her surgery?
It acted as a casualty.
and the reason they died.
They're burning fortunes. You hear me? The bank.
She misses him so very
Go in
much.
circles and get nowhere because.
But therefore they invite you.
Her son would like to know,
There.
is he proud of him?
And I know that you have this.
And what should he do now that he's out of school?
The entire.
Bundles, the very highest.
What is that you're playing with? sounds like you're rubbing coins together. Are you rubbing coins together?
The carriage I came in coach. So difficult to find a cab out here. Yes, sir.
A bottle cap? Does he have any advice for her son? What he should do?
They fell into him.
Now that he's out of school?
Not their wives, and on top of
And can we,
anybody out there
can we ask if her grandma
not sure whether you want
is ever with her?
Chapter 10.
She
whether you want to prove
She misses her so very much too.
Faster, driver.
And she would like
it's just $49.
And she would like to know if she's with her.
Two corpses.
Does she?
They failed.
Do any of them leave signs
Is
for
anybody
her?
out there
In Providence using it. Anywhere in the world.
Is there anybody out there?
They need control.
It sounds like you're clacking like
good for
a Snapple cap or rubbing bottle caps.
anybody
Who's here with me? When I rub the cross. That's not me making that noise.
sitting there?
You can use some of my energy for these questions.
The electronics.
Why would...
Did you say something about heat exhaustion? It's
Is
okay.
what?
You can still use some of my energy.
Apollos. Who?
Wait here in front of me.
Does her grandma
You lights in.
and her dad ever see, let me see, are they together now? Her dad and her grandma?
Not a bad guess, Steve.
Number is what?
They had Paul, they had Apollos.
Do they see Jeff, her father's brother?
All right. Well, recommend these tapes to people, and most of them. Whether you want to proceed or not.
Rules for exploration. I've never intended.
You shouldn't.
Do any of her family members ever leave any signs for her?
Rules for exploration.
Upon the spiritual.
All right. Well, I really...
Something about spiritual?
The one with tattle.
Are there things that she could look out
Watch
for?
that, and that will tell you whether you want...
That will let her know it's them.
An encounter with an alien.
What about an
He
alien?
called an obelisk. Photographs of the alien. It's real. And you said there are some fun. What kind of fun did you have?
Teach on the internet, but also above and beyond.
Times day.
Robert Cooper Carson is in and bribe me. I'll take this.
What you call the obelisk and the other.
There are some fun things.
You're tools. We're going to hear it. Had any fun yet? Billy, alien too, as you know.
Okay, we're gonna shut down. I just wanted
Business.
to get
No
her
question
to
about it.
One steady diet.
Of what you call the obelisk.
What about Maryann?
3 times.
She would like to know if the person in her picture is still
Know of many other
is still with her, and if she's
not
okay.
just in Alabama.
Because she recently passed away and she hasn't felt her
$45.
around.
Laura, Michael.
For spiritual privileges.
Are they around?
This wonderful.
Back on the air, actually.
Talk about
If we have the sound.
Neglecting the
That's close. Mary?
and to nourish,
Say Mary?
pray that we not be spiritual.
Information, obviously, not. Information, I guarantee.
This, you,
the league would
No. Gossip them over the years.
tease with it
And maybe we could ask
Double
a couple
RL
of
per
kids
side.
since it's a different day.
You and Mr. Holmes were involved.
Kim wanted to know
When you lost precious.
if she was a
Somehow,
disappointment.
I get it.
Yes, Mr. Harris? Is that it?
The Ada.
These are difficult questions that she had to
Stay right
ask.
where you are.
wonder how close.
Is it true
You
what her
may
mother
be-
told her that you said about
Really
her
pretty
during the
exciting.
days of her funeral?
Eating it may survive.
Of your funeral.
So much so, you cannot even.
Were the things her mother said true?
The few wonder.
So, this
What if anything good will happen for her?
Move along now.
know about them. Will there be some radio? Us, your listeners, informed. I don't know.
Do you know if there's anything good coming up for her?
Scream justice.
Sounds like a woman trying to come through. Is there a woman trying to come through? Whoa.
We may want to look.
No. Will you talk about them?
Making those noises.
There will be no doubt in the mind.
It sounded in real life like a tongue going.
Hello?
Hello?
These things pointing back to.
Who's trying to come through?
How long have you been in this vicinity?
Answer you had. Did that I had a.
Are you able to let her know why her and her husband were not able to be blessed with a child?
We examined your pockets.
Turned down over the years.
Was it something medical?
Something that.
Arnold? When did he pass here? Where's he gone?
It was.
And can you tell her some of her favorite memories of her?
He said you left the air.
She loved to write. Can you tell some of your favorite memories of Kim?
Deep down in the sarcophagus.
I'm sorry, this is so rushed this
Possibly
morning.
after you. We didn't know how.
I realized we were missing
Idolatry in verse 7.
part of the session and wanted to include it.
Corinthians were
What does she think of her husband?
You will wait here by the swing gate, driver.
To you, we didn't know how to interpret.
I'd say hostels
These are very, very overwhelming questions for her. And it would mean a lot for her to hear something back.
Come on, boss. There's a ticket.
We all appreciate it.
Days like we used to do as an old.
All right. Thank you. I'm actually going to finish the sessions now.
influences.
But I'm curious about these noises.
Roger. In fact, we stopped.
Is somebody trying to come through? I hear you whispering.
And so there's no need to. It looked like.
This is for the woman to come
That
through.
9-year-old.
I'm going to stop in
Who's in my state,
the
Florida.
restroom. And you can say whatever you want through the box and it will record.
Hitting edge.
From Zytec,
Obviously, in verse 7.
big news in my... And so,
Send it to the sheriff's office.
do that claim by talking. Else from Zytec,
Hear any of the noise down the hall till I came back.
Exodus 32, verse 6.
I'm going to hang up in a minute.
To play.
Would you like to say anything before I go?
Referring to their
For some background on this.
I'm going to be talking about the missing person cases this week.
But then, although.
So I will have a session coming up. Can the...
Event mark.
I was going to say, can the woman say anything before I go?